As you can see, there's not much progress going on in the fish room, but the mail's still flowing in. Thanks for tuning in to All Things Fish. Let's see what we got this week. Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Mike from All Things Fish, and thanks for tuning in to yet another unboxing video. Now, obviously, you haven't seen much as far as video content goes about the fish room build, but it's in the works, I promise. You can't see much behind me, but there's still some stuff going on around the fish room. And shortly in a couple weeks here, you'll actually get to see a little bit about what's going on. As you guys know, if you've been watching my other videos, my live streams, I won't be around next week. I'll actually be on vacation. We're taking the kiddo to Disney World. So actually worked on packing up real quick, getting the tank squared away for next week, getting some stuff packed up so that we can get out of here. We're going to leave tomorrow, be back next Sunday, and we'll have a great time. Hopefully the tanks are in good shape when we get back. Reminds me, I saw a post on Facebook the other day, and somebody was worried about their fish getting fed because they were going to be gone for 3 or 4 days. There was some mixed advice in the thread. Some people said they'll be fine, which they will be. Some people suggested the silly little block feeders, auto feeders. My take on that is most healthy fish, now I say healthy because there are always some variables, healthy fish will be just fine for at least a week, often up to 2 weeks, sometimes even longer depending on the tank, without outside food input. Now if you have planted tanks like most of mine are, there's a lot of microfauna for the fish to feed on, fish, shrimp, etc. They'll feed on biofilms. If you've got little pods in the tank, maybe if you've got scuds in the tank. So there's definitely just a naturally reoccurring food source for them, even though you aren't inputting your flakes, your baby brine, etc. So no worries there. Just another bonus for having a planted tank. And obviously the more mature the tank, the more likely there is to be a somewhat sustainable, renewing food source. So one less thing to worry about when you go on trips and vacations. Like I said, 3-4 days, no problem. A week, wouldn't even worry about it. Over a week, you might want to start to think about, having some sort of plan in place, because you never know when there's going to be like a weather delay. All of a sudden you're gone for 2 weeks instead. Something comes up, things happen, not a big deal. But we'll make a video about my advice on how to take care of your tanks without being able to be home, and what kind of time frame and how to deal with vacations, etc. But without further ado, let's see what's in this box and another envelope that I've got down here. So a lot of people ask me where I get most of my plants from. And there are some shops, some actually online retailers that I can recommend, and maybe I'll do a video about some of the ones that I have experience with, whether directly or indirectly through a close friend that I trust. But for the most part, when I'm getting new plants in, I get them from fellow hobbyists. Like I said, my 125 upstairs, I'm up over 60 species. So generally speaking, I'm looking for things that are a little bit harder to find. Also, I tend to lean towards plants that might be a little more costly, and something that the big box type places or the online retailers might necessarily keep in stock. So I get a lot of my plants from fellow hobbyists. This one happened to be packaged in a bag. New insulation. The weather's in the 50s and 60s. Insulation doesn't hurt, but definitely not required right now. I'm shipping most of my stuff without insulation, depending on where it's going. Obviously, some parts of the state or the country still have some pretty cold temps, but I got these from a fellow hobbyist online, and what we got here, you can see they just used a Ziploc bag. Works just fine. I've done that before. Damp paper towel, which I also use. And what we have here is an awesome, let's see if I can get it to focus, is a Hyptis species. So that's a stem plant that stays a little bit shorter. It has this really cool kind of purple coloration. I'll see if I can get some better videos once I get this in the tank. And almost a little bit of variegation on top. Super cool plant. Not something that's very popular in the hobby. But I got this on, there's several Facebook groups where the people are selling plants. So I actually got this off the Plain and Tank quick auctions page. Sometimes things go for surprisingly high amounts. Sometimes they go pretty cheap. I actually got this for a steal. And a lot of the times on there, somebody may post stuff for sale or for auction, and you may choose to purchase it, or you win the auction, and then you contact them afterwards to pay for it, and they have other stuff available. So I happened to ask the guy that was selling the Hyptis if he had anything else, and he happened to have some sprigs of Alternanthera renekii variegated, so pretty easy to grow. It can grow without CO2. I recommend CO2. CO2 and higher light is going to yield this pink and bright reddish color. Usually it's a little more pink under the leaves. You can kind of see it there a little bit. Great foreground plant. If it's not kept under higher light, it will grow a little bit taller and not quite so bushy. This is one of my favorite pink plants. It really does a great job to break up if you have that carpet look like Glosso or some Monte Carlo. This will do a great job breaking up the color and the leaf shape, giving you something a little bit different. So those awesome plants are going to go upstairs in the 125, but I also got a little something from Swiss Aquatics. That's swissaquatics.com, and we'll take a look and see what we got this time. So let's open her up, and it looks like there's a couple prints in here, and you know, I'll hopefully have a lot of wall space in here. This is a little bit bigger room, and I don't plan on decking it out in 100 tanks, so I should have some wall space to fill up. So I went over to Swiss Aquatics and got a little art to decorate the walls with. So I got a L134 leopard frog plecostomus from Priscilla that she drew. This is a print of that. I already have this print, but I actually ordered another for a friend. These things make great gifts, super affordable. The Celestial Pearl Danio. Again, if you've watched my other videos, I do have the arowana as well. Again, a gift for a friend. I got the piece, and you know, I showed it to a friend and like, holy crap, that's awesome. So I went ahead and ordered another one. This is one that she recently, I believe, re-added to her available prints. This is a Neocaridina, the red cherry shrimp. That's what's in. I've got a tank over there you guys can't see right now. This tank behind me has some Silverado Endlers and some yellow Neo shrimp. And then the blue angelfish. And as you know, I like the smaller prints. They take up a little bit less space, but she does offer some really awesome large prints. So I got something to kind of have as a centerpiece to display a little bit bigger. So that's pretty sweet. Altum Angel, a couple discus, the 046. That's the zebra plecostomus there. Boom. This big old guy, pretty sweet. I don't know if she has this on her website anymore. I may have been able to sneak the last one out of her, but we'll see. You can always ask her if there's a print you want. I do believe she does commissions. If there's something that you know people have that she just doesn't have listed, don't be afraid to ask. And then, of course, as you know, the All Things Fish logo is a rainbow fish. I do keep a lot of rainbow fish. So the Bozeman rainbow, check that guy out. Again, that's the larger size. I believe it's an 11 by 14. It's not the 8 by 10 like the others, but it should make for a nice collage, some great gifts for everybody. So that's what we got this week. You know, like I said, next week I will be out of town. We're taking a week-long trip to Disney to go play with the kid and run around for a little while, so that should be a great time. So don't expect any content next week. I won't be streaming Tuesday night. I'll see if somebody like Skipper or Priscilla wants to fill in for me there. And then the following week, so you know, a week and a half from now, you can expect to resume the normal Tuesday streams for quite a while. I know I missed the last one. You know, just stuff going on with life. Not a big deal. And also, like I said, you could expect a lot more videos out of the fish room here. So stay tuned. thanks for stopping by. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, helps me out a little bit, helps spread the word. And then you make sure you don't miss any of the videos that I post, assuming you enjoy them. If you do enjoy them, let me know why. If you don't enjoy them, or you want to see things done a little bit differently, let me know, and we can maybe make some changes. Maybe the content style, not enough content. Maybe you want more in-depth content. Maybe you want something that scratches, just the surface a little bit. But we can make it happen. I'm looking for feedback. Always looking to improve, make things more enjoyable for you guys. And things. Not everybody likes the same presentation material. So let me know what you like best, and we'll make it happen. That's all for now. Have a great day. Enjoy next week, and we'll see you in 10 days or so. Thanks. Have a great one.